We are live now. A very good morning to one and all जिन्होंने आज हमें join किया है. A very good morning and namaskar. I am Devanshi Sharma, and on the behalf of the entire team of Jabalpur Smart City Limited and Rise Jhansi Incubation Center and Jhansi Smart City Limited, we welcome you all to this very special training जिसमें आज हमारे साथ है मिस मोक्षा श्रीवास्तव, इंक्यूबेशन मैनेजर ऑफ झांसी स्मार्ट सिटी इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर. तो आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे इन दिस 60 मिनट्स की क्या क्या सर्विसेज हैं जो आपको राइस झांसी से मिलेंगी इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर में इंक्यूबेट होंगे. तो सो ओवर टू यू मोक्षा.
Thank you, Devanshi. Good morning, everyone. And as Devanshi introduced, I am Moksha Shrivastava and I am the incubation manager of Rise Jhansi. So I'm sure you all know about Rise, that Rise is Jhansi's incubation center being built under Smart City Limited. And there are a couple of there. So actually, a hackathon happened last year, and close to 20 startups were incubated with us. They are virtually incubated with us, and we have been collaboratively working with them and trying to understand their needs, trying to understand what they are working on, what they should work on, and how to go about all of the things in their startups. So. Currently, I'm really very happy that we have this session because all of you all keep on asking me that Moksha, what are the services that are being offered, and what are the benefits that we can avail, and what are the benefits of startup UP government that we can avail, being in Jhansi, being in the city of UP. And these questions keep on coming from all corners. And yesterday also I was speaking with a couple of founders, and they wanted to understand ki क्या benefits मिल सकते हैं. And I think 10 years or maybe 5 years down the line when I was starting up, ये questions arise ही नहीं होते थे कि क्या benefits मिल सकते हैं, क्योंकि benefits थे ही नहीं. And I'm so happy that the government is doing so much for the startups. So I hope you all have connected, and let's start. So let's switch to the first slide, Dimashi. Okay, guys, so as an overview, this is what is going to be your incubation center, your workstations, your office to call your own within a couple of months. This is the building that we are going to be working on. So, definitely an initiative by Jhansi Smart City Limited, and a very interesting concept of workstations, laboratories, MVP product developments, and a lot of other things which we will be discussing going ahead in this presentation. The agenda of this session is going to be two things. One, we will be discussing what the benefits of Rise are going to be for you and your startup. And secondly, we will also be talking about what the government of UP is offering for startups in UP. So let's get to the next slide. So this is the overview. This is what we'll be discussing. So mentorship, the state-of-art office space that's being built, the investments and grant support that will be provided, and prototype building labs. So these words, I think a lot of you all already understand what couple of things mean. But prototype building labs, what's that? How to go about the investment and grant support? We will be discussing this also at length. So can we get on the next slide? Okay, so let's talk about the workstation first. So this is going to be a co-working space where you will be having multiple opportunities where you can. So first and foremost, a working space means that there is going to be a lot of networking opportunity where you can be talking to like-minded people, like-minded founders, and there will be a community where you can collaborate with each other and understand how you and your peer startup can benefit from each other. So that's something that's going to be very interesting. There are a lot of facilities that are going to be provided, a lot of modern amenities including high speed internet, comfortable workstations. There are going to be meeting rooms and 24/7 access to boost productivity. That's our job, and that's what we currently also do. Like, we are 24/7 available, we are 24/7 working on something very interesting for the upcoming day. So yes, that's the energy that's going to be there, and a definitely vibrant environment. There is no stopping for you to make mistakes, for you to get your ideas running, for you to come up with multiple options, and we might tell you, okay, this will work and this will not work, and so on. So that's how it's going to be. Let's switch to the next slide. There is a definitely technical support. We have a very interesting dashboard and a very interesting backend, which is going to be providing a lot of support throughout your journey with us. So we have a lot of expertise in accessing a team technology. Experts will provide guidance, whatever challenges you will be coming up with. And if it comes to any sort of QA testing and building something, we have a very experienced team who will be helping in your technology building, in your website, in your app, in your prototypes. So a lot of things. We also have experts who have hands-on experience in the latest technologies as well. And there are going to be a lot of seminars as well. Like, currently I am taking, because it's a thing about my building my startup incubation center. But there are places where you might also be dealing with agriculture, technology, AI, ML, fintech. You want to understand maybe the gateway. So we have onboarded a lot of mentors who will be taking sessions, and who will be explaining you about their particular expertise area. Rapid prototyping, so you can always leverage our prototyping labs. So they are equipped with tools and equipments to quickly develop and refine your product ideas. So if you are a product base, maybe if you're going into robotics, or if you are developing a drone startup or anything of that sort, there are going to be a lot of facilities to help you there as well. Apart from that, quality assurance, and as you already know that we have experts on the platform. So we make sure that the quality of your product is really fit to the market by conducting a lot of testing and validation process. So that's about the technical support. And once that's done, we also talk about MVP. So if we come to the next slide, so minimum viable product, so that's what MVP stands for. And from your idea till your product reaches your market, be it a service based startup or it is a product based startup, till that reaches your market, the entire market go to strategy, what is going to be the user feedback, is the idea also even going to be working or not. So that kind of research is also being held by us. So once your idea is done and you wanted to launch a minimum viable product, the dashboard that I'm speaking about, you can always get a user feedback there as well. You can just always upload your content, you can always upload your website, app, screens, and everything, and we will get you a genuine user feedback about your product. And that will help you in creating a market strategy, market go to strategy, and also a lot of changes that you might want to do. So we help you create a robust market strategy to ensure a successful launch and minimize your startup's growth potential. So can we get on to the next slide, please? Okay, that is the most interesting and the most go-to question always. That how are we going about fundraising? So if you all know or not, that recently Jhansi conducted an angel investor masterclass which is for to create a HNI network in Jhansi, to support the startups of Jhansi, become angels for them, become angel investors for them. So we definitely support in investor needs. For example, if you are looking to raise an angel fund, or if you are looking for some sort of government grants as well, we help you guide through the process and how to go about it, and then eventually helping you with the fundraise. So fundraise definitely start with the pitch deck support. Yesterday also I was helping one of the founders understanding how to go about with the pitch deck. It cannot be too long, it cannot be too short, it has to be the right 5 W's and 1 H. And after that, what else? So how minimal the information can be, and how more the information should be in whichever slide. So all these support is also being provided us by us, as you know, we have been going on working on this since a very long time, so we kind of understand this and have an expertise in this area, as to how to go about the pitch decks to raise your funds. Then comes the financial growth strategies. So we also help develop a solid financial growth strategy to secure funding from various sources, be it government, be it angel fund, private fund, VC fund, banks से अगर आपको लोन लेना है. So any of the thing, if you know whatever suits the best for your startup, so we go ahead and help you with that as well. So very interesting. You can always come up to me and ask me, ma'am, what this is what I have done, and this is my stage, and now I want to raise funds, and I'll tell you, right now is not the right time, or right now is the right time to go about it. So yeah, that's about that. Let's get on to our prototype development labs. Very interesting. And I think we don't have that yet in UP. And it is very very nice that Rise has come up with such prototype development labs, because then we will not limit ourselves from going ahead and working on something that I think a tier 2 startup will not think of. Like, we might go and work on things like service based, or thoda bahut kuch ऐसे maybe clothing में चले जाएंगे, या maybe a little bit, but then high tech kind of things where only we can think of कि ये तो सिर्फ बैंगलोर दिल्ली में हो सकता है, ये झांसी में नहीं हो सकता है. So that is what is being fulfilled by Rise here. So start from ideation, collaborating with your team to transform your ideas into a feasible prototype, and then iterating on your prototype as well, how to go about the resources, and refine your product, and aligning it with your vision. So all these things, you will be guided throughout. And also the user testing that I explained you previously as well. So this is actually the best thing, because back, I think 10 years or 5 years down the line, we used to go to the market and do our own researches, understand from the customers that what they want or what they don't want. So pre-launch also, if you are able to get a feedback from users that this is what we feel, and if that is given to you and in an authentic way, it really really means a lot. So great. And can we switch to the next slide? Right, so let's talk about it in a little bit detail. Rapid MVP and Cyber Lab, they have two components. So currently, we are, helping you with quickly developing the minimal viable product in the form of an app, website, video, or even a PPT. So you can come up with whatever need you feel like, that this is the right thing for me right now. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so we also help in collecting the feedback from the customers, like I said before, and a full-fledged, app development as well. So you might be struggling in finding developers initially, but then we have a team who will help you out, because later on, when your services increases, your server costs increase, it will become heavy. That time you will need someone to come on board and work with you very closely. But here that support is being provided by the team, and they will be working with you very closely in small things as well. Even if you need to design a small button, what color it should be, should it be on the left or top right corner, where should be the login button go. So lot of things, and lot of small things that really makes a difference. So that and all, the team is well equipped to work on that as well. And we can switch to the next slide. So IoT development kit, we are very much in the era where IoT and artificial intelligence and machine learning is into picture. And everybody is more focused in such kind of startups. And initially it was not, I mean, who would have thought that ChatGPT would have costed content writers their jobs. But then it's not just about that, it's about a lot of productivity and a lot of new innovations. So we are equipped to understand your actuators, your microcontrollers, your communications and security components. So I think if you're working in that sector, this is really a game changer. And also robotic development kit. So be it the smallest battery operated robot, or you are working on industrial and enterprise robots, we have experts who can help you guide through the process, work on your robotics, and kind of you know avoid any sort of hindrance that you might be facing in the future. So that's about the prototype building labs that are going to be there in Rise. Can we switch to the next slide, please? Right. So drone development labs, like I said before, a lot of innovation is coming into startups where you are talking about source drone, unmanned aerial vehicle that we talked today, and so we help in design and manufacture of a 3D printed chassis for a flexbot circuit, which can be controlled from a tablet or a smartphone. So if you are thinking to do something with a drone in whichever area, because I think recently or currently a lot of things are being done in the agriculture in the agriculture sector with the drones. So maybe if anyone is working on that, right time to connect, you can always think about that, something that is doable. And maybe we can there's also, yeah, this is also a very interesting point, the agriculture development lab. So this lab includes various components that can help agri-tech startups to develop or research their products, including moisture analyzer and humidifier, solid and water testing kits, and a lot more than that. So that's about agriculture lab. There's going to be a 3D printing lab as well. So this will be helping you create a three-dimensional solid object from a digital file by process. So I'm sure you all are pretty already about 3D printing. So that is going to be there in Chassis in our incubation center. So this will allow startups to produce prototypes faster, and definitely reduce the cost of production. And you can always efficiency is one thing that will be increased by all these technical support that's being provided. So I think this is also, I mean, the entire prototype building component of the Rise is going to be a game changer, because this is going to be a first in the state. I'm sure. I think currently Rise is coming up with a lots and lots of more things. I think there's going to be a lot of legal support as well, any kind of documentation, and any kind of technology driven. So a lot of things. So can we skip to the next slide, please?
Yeah, sure.
Right. So, like I said about the constant mentorship, I'll talk about it in a more detailed manner. We are currently have signed MOUs with close to 70 mentors exclusively for Jhansi. They will be working with us, constantly mentoring you all. And these are all industry experts people. Like, I am not talking about some random person, I am actually talking about people who are in the ground, 10 years, 20 years of experience in certain areas. And they will be having guided, tailored sessions for you, and also one-on-one sessions with you if you request. And they will help you understand how to go about your business per se, and then take it forward. So a lot of industry experts are going to be there, who will be helping you with your business strategy, so you can always gain valuable insights and advice on crafting effective business strategies, achieving long term success, and again finally reaching your end goal, that is fundraising. And a lot of networking opportunities, because uh, I'm sure you all already know, because this business is about networking. It's about connecting with the right people at the right time. And once that is done, because that support is being provided by Rise, it becomes really easy for you to get in touch with people who actually they never respond. Even if you go and talk to them on LinkedIn, they will not respond, they might not respond. But because we have onboarded them, it is easier for you all to connect with them and take tailored mentorship from them. This is what I particularly want, and this is the kind of hiring that I want, and this is the kind of support that I want, and they're ready to go ahead and do that for you. So that's about the mentorship things. Soft skills training, definitely a required tool, a training session, because when you go to the market, you will be bombarded with a lot of things. And there, if you lack uh, the soft skills, it is really going to be very tough. So we can talk about effective communication here, leadership development, negotiation skills, and time management. And since we all will be working under the same roof, it will become easier, because there will be close to, I would say, 120 people capacity incubation center is being built. So if there are going to be 120 people at a time in a place, it actually becomes how do I say, I mean, it becomes very very competitive. And also at a point of time, you will be learning a lot of things. So all these things come so handy. And apart from that, if we are talking about negotiation skills, where will that be useful? It will be useful in hiring, it will be useful in fundraising, it will be useful in a lot of other MOUs that you might be signing for your startups later on. So it is really important to hand have hands on to such training sessions for soft skills. Okay, let's talk about the most important thing for you, because they have, like, startup UP, they have certain timelines from the time you register yourself, and till the time you have to get all these benefits from them. So there's a certain timeline. So it is really important for you to know your own benefits from the government itself. And amazing things, amazing benefits. I have read each and every word of this policy, beautifully crafted. And a lot of benefits are given to the founders nowadays, and also to women founders these days. So let's take a dive into this now. Let's talk about the funding support for startups from the UP startup policy first. So, the government of Uttar Pradesh has established close to 1,000 crore UP startup fund for providing access to finance to startups in these Uttar Pradesh regions, and even the smallest town of UP. So that is one way that you can get funding support for your startup. Second way is funding by a UP angel network, like we are creating for Jhansi. We are going to be calling it Jhansi Angels, and so the state government also facilitates setting up a dedicated UP Angel Fund network for the state of for the state of Uttar Pradesh, and also kind of to promote UP startups. Third is another way, that is funding by banks, which is the most traditional way of raising funds in this area till now. The state government shall encourage banks and other financial institutions to extend their lending facilities to startups on the lines of MSME lending, and there are a lot of other schemes. There are a lot of other government schemes as well. Let's skip to the next slide. Okay. So other incentives that we can talk about is seed capital and marketing assistance. So the seed capital will be given in the form of marketing assistance currently. So up to 5 lakhs per startup, up to 10 startups per incubator per year to launch a MVP in the market, which is a huge, huge, huge help. And how to go about it, we can always guide you with the process, that how you can avail this benefit. Second is the sustenance allowance. So sustenance allowance is at the rate of 15,000 per month, or I think they are in talks of changing it to maybe, I think, 17,500 a month, but again on the similar lines, per startup for a period of 1 year. So 10 startups per incubator per year shall be given this allowance at the ideation stage. So if you feel that you're not able to get a fund support, but you have a great idea, this is the right time to go about it. The right time to come up and start working on your idea now. And an additional 50% shall be given to startup co-funded by women. And there is a certain yojana, it's called Divyangjan, right, Devanshi? Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's what they call. So it's for women, uh, Divyangjan, and transgender or startups having 50% or more women, and employees that are transgender, Divyangjan, or startups having registered office operations in Purvanchal and Bundelkhand region. So now let's talk about this. Now Bundelkhand region is getting benefit of 50% additional support from the government. So again, if anyone is at this stage, at the ideation stage, and they are looking to understand this part of the policy, just ping me. I'll be happy to guide you through the process. Okay, self certification. I think you all already know about this. So, as per the government, the startups shall be allowed to self certify with the nine labor and environment laws as per any amendments, and afterwards, like in case of the labor laws, no inspection will be conducted for a period of 3 to 5 years, which is really great, because a lot of startup founders are young. A lot of startup founders might not be having that kind of expertise to understand all these things. So the government is actually giving you free card here, like a green card for 3 to 5 years, to go ahead and explore your options. Secondly, event participation, very interesting. So, across India and across the globe, a lot of events are happening to benefit you, to equip you with a lot of connections, a lot of business. So, government has allocated close to 50,000 for national events and close to 1 lakh for international events if you are going out of India. And this is for all the registered startups that are incorporated in Uttar Pradesh. So, if you all, I think recently I've spoken about the Dubai event also. So, if you are interested in the Dubai event, this is what the government is providing you and helping you, because of course you cannot fund the entire trip. So that's about it. Patent filing cost. Sorry, we can go back. So patent filing cost is so a successful patent shall be reimbursed. So they will be reimbursing your cost to the incubated startups for Indian as well as foreign awarded patents. 2 lakhs for Indian patents and close to 10 lakhs for international patents. And again, to clarify, these benefits are for all the incubated startups. So um, again, free incubation, right? So free incubation shall be provided for 6 months at government owned managed incubation centers like Rise. Okay, can we go to the next slide, please? Okay, how to avail these benefits of UP startup policy? There are a lot of things that are written on this slide. जो लास्ट वाला पॉइंट है वो सबसे ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग है. Just come and tell me I want this. Go and tell your incubation manager, your project manager, anyone from incubation masters, tap their shoulder, tell them I want this. That is the easiest way to go about it. I will tell you the other ways to go about it. So, any startup incorporated in Uttar Pradesh having innovative idea, concept, or a startup business idea are eligible to receive support under this policy. Okay, and any such startup must be registered with Government of India and Startup India program. ठीक है. So they will have to submit their application, a detailed business plan, and a GoUP recognized incubators for incubation. So this part, with the application, with the detailed business plan part, that will also be helped by the incubation center. So you can always understand what's the right way to go about it. The incubator will submit the proposal on behalf of the startups to startup nodal agency, and attaching their application assessment report and incubation certificates and all the other details. So basically, a proper file is being sent, and then they evaluate it, and then they give you the required benefit. Okay, can we come to the next slide, please? Okay, so interesting question. How to register your startup in Jhansi Incubation Center? One, you can always ask me for a offline form. You can always ask any of the team at the incubation center for an offline form. You can fill it, you can submit, but that is not a very feasible option. The best option is you can go to the Rise Jhansi website. So www.risejhansi.in, and you can register yourself over there. There is a screening committee, you'll be screened, and then you will be incubated in the center. And I think we are done with this very interesting piece today. I'm not sure, was I very fast, Devanshi? Do you
No, you
think
were
everybody?
going एकदम perfectly. सारी चीजें I'll just
Okay.
quickly summarize in 1 or 2 minutes कि
Yeah.
जितने भी incubated startups हैं झांसी के उनको mentorship support मिलेगा, बीट वो legal support हो कि कंपनी कैसे incorporate करनी है, वो अपने startup को initially प्रोप्राइटर बनाए, एलएलपी बनाए, प्राइवेट लिमिटेड बनाए. तो फॉर दैट गाइडेंस वी हैव प्लेंटी ऑफ सीएस एसोसिएटेड विद अस जो आपको इन सब चीज़ों के लिए गाइड कर सकते हैं. आपको अपने फाइनेंसेस कैसे मैनेज करने हैं, सो यू विल गेट अकाउंटिंग मेंटोरशिप ऑल्सो. मार्केटिंग स्ट्रैटेजी आपकी कैसी होनी चाहिए, आपको वो भी सारी चीज़ों की मेंटोरशिप यहाँ पे मिलेगी. सो यू विल गेट अ कस्टमाइज पैकेज कि आपको कैसा गाइडेंस चाहिए आपके स्टार्टअप के हिसाब से. सो वील गाइड यू कस्टमाइज. वन ऑन वन सेशन हम लोग आपके साथ करेंगे. देन एक बहुत ही अच्छा मोक्षा ने बताया कि बहुत ही अच्छा एक वर्किंग स्पेस आप लोगों को मिलेगा जिसमें लैब्स होंगी. देन आपको इंटरनेट फैसिलिटी मिलेगी. तो बहुत सारा आपका जो इनिशियली जो मनी होता है जो आपको अपने स्टार्टअप सेटअप करने के लिए लगता है, उन सभी चीज़ों के लिए आपको एक ही पॉइंट है आपका राइज झांसी इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर. सो आई होप कि आपको क्लैरिफिकेशन मिला होगा आज के सेशन से कि क्या क्या बेनिफिट्स हैं, नेटवर्किंग अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैं जो राइज झांसी आपको प्रोवाइड करेगा. सो थैंक यू सो मच मोक्षा. एंड आई होप हमारे व्यूअर्स को अगर कोई डाउट नहीं होंगे, इफ अगर उनको कोई डाउट होते हैं तो दे कैन गो ऑन द वेबसाइट risejhansi.in. वहाँ पे आप पिंग कर सकते हैं आपके जो भी क्वेश्चंस हैं. देन वी हैव आवर व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप. अगर आप नहीं हैं तो यू कैन जस्ट पिंग टू मोक्षा और अदर एनी टीम मेंबर कि उनको इस ग्रुप में ऐड करें. वी विल जस्ट फ्लोट सारी के सारी जो भी हमारी इंफॉर्मेशंस होती हैं वहाँ पे. So that's all from our end. Thank you so much, everyone. So till we meet next, you all take good care of yourself and keep learning. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.